Hey everyone, MacAndSwiss here, and welcome back to another episode of the Roblox Ultimate Scripting Guide. Today, we're going to go over tables and a little bit over some of the more advanced things. So let's first answer the question, what is a table? Well, tables are pretty much the only way to store large amounts of data in Lua and are incredibly useful. Tables can hold any type of data, everything from just simple numbers all the way to even things like objects. The one exception for this is nil, but I mean, you can't really hold nothing, can you? So you can create a table simply by typing in your variable, my table, and then adding in the curly braces. In between the curly braces, if you want, you can add in your values and your variables right now in between the curly braces. So I can say something like 1, 2, 3, 4, or even different types of variables and mix and match them, like banana. Alternatively, you can insert items into the table in the future using functions, or you can simply add it in using some other methods. To go through a table, you can use a standard for loop, which we went over in the previous episode, or we can use a neat little implementation that is added in Lua. So for this, we are going to go through and type in for key, comma, value in I pairs, and then inside parentheses, you're going to add in the name of your table. So in my case, it's my table. And then we'll finish that off with do, and we'll press enter to finish off that code. So what we are basically doing is that we are going through every single value in the table, and the key will be assigned to the key variable, and the value of whatever item is there will be assigned to the value variable. Now, keep in mind that you can also access individual elements within your table using square brackets. When you are using tables normally without having any special keys, Roblox, or rather Lua, will automatically assign it to a number key starting from 1. I know that there are some other programming languages that start tables and arrays off with 0. Lua is not one of those. So let's say that now you want to have a special key instead of using numbers. And this is particularly useful when you are storing something like player information, right? So instead of saying stat1, stat2, stat3, you can simply find the information by the key to be a little bit more specific. So like you can say health, or mana, or gold instead. In Lua, or rather in Roblox Lua, I'm not too sure exactly which one, we call those dictionaries. Because sort of like a dictionary, how it has a word and then its definition, we are doing something similar with a key and then its value. So everything is pretty much the same, except that this time you are going to put in a key for whatever you want to use within the table when you're adding values. So within the square brackets, or even without using square brackets, you can say within your table, within the curly braces, you can say like whatever your key is equal to some sort of value. You can do that instead. Now, to loop through these types of tables or dictionaries, we must change the way that we do it. I pairs specifically goes through values that have keys that are numbers, and it starts from 1 all the way to whatever, and it will automatically stop it will automatically stop when the value is nil, so when a value doesn't exist, and it will also skip over any values which have a key that is not a number. So you need to keep that in mind. So instead, we are going to be just using pairs. So the implementation is pretty much the exact same thing, so I'm just going to copy and paste it, and you can just delete the I in front of the I pairs in order for it to go through the dictionary. Now, I've heard some reports from developers that going through I pairs is a little bit faster than going through with pairs. While I haven't confirmed that myself, I'll probably go with that since it seems to make sense. So generally, if you can, I would recommend you to use number as keys instead of using anything different, so not to have custom keys entirely, but it is particularly useful when you are dealing with data where you want to be a little bit more specific. So like I said before, with player data and health and like other values that you may have for your player stats. But that's going to be it from me today. Thank you all so much for watching. As always, my name is MacAndSwiss, the most Asian brony on the internet, and I will see you all next time.